Brad Williams, Excel primed. Using match, find a word in a series of sentences. How do we do it? Well, over here on your left are a bunch of sentences. And we're going to use match. Match the word in E4, then show sentence. Well, okay. We're going to use match first, and then we're going to do index match. You know, it's all about finding the match. Finding the row. Excel is going to look at this, and what if there's multiple stamps? Excel is always going to go after the first one. Here, we can hit F9. You can see we have different names, and just to change up, just so you can see the rollover. So the question is, how do I find Tom? Well, look over here, match. What have we done in the past when we're looking up something? It could be mixed in with a bunch of other characters. We use wildcards. Here we're going to use wildcards on both ends. Why? Because anything before or after the word, we don't care about. All we're looking for is Tom, and the beauty of the wildcards will allow us to do that. B5 to B9, that's simple. What is it? That's just our lookup array. Then we have our match type. It has to be an exact. That would be 0. And then, you know, our lookup value is going to be what I just mentioned. So it's clean and simple. It's straightforward. Let's look. Here it is. Match. Lookup value, F9. We're looking up Tom. Anything before TOM and after TOM is included. Our lookup value, okay, it's gonna spew out all this. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. This is the entire list or characters or whatever, however you want to classify it or define it. And then match type will be 0. So that's be an exact match. Clean, simple, what have you. So the next question is, why don't we put stamp in here just for fun? STAMP. So with stamp in twice, what happens? We have profiling. Hit F9, hit F9, hit F9. All right, stamp. Well, we have stamp twice. As I said, Excel will always go after the first stamp. Go in here, put stamp. Doesn't matter where it is. It can be combined anywhere in here. And you see where stamp now is 3. Keep that in mind when you're doing this particular lookup. That's the limitations with this match and index, is there's not a lot of versatility. When we get to the X lookup, we'll be able to define whether we want to start at the bottom or we want to start at the top and find that particular bit of information. Index match, all we're saying, index, just look up row 5 and give us that, whatever's in row 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are profiling. Okay, hit F9. I'll go back over this one more time. If we are dealing with index match, there returns a value based on its column and row numbers. Well, all we're looking for is the row number. Why? Look at, here we go, index BF, B5 to B9, match, and we're not referencing any columns. Here, column would be optional. If we look here, we have an array, we have a row number. That's it. Even though it says returns value based on its column and rows, we could say returns value based on row number. Row number? Well, we already know it's right here. That's why I introduced the match to you independently. All we're doing is looking for row 2. Beautiful, isn't it? Some of this stuff is really simple after I've hammered it. I don't know, what is this, our 10th example of index match? That's the idea here, is repetitiveness. Brad Williams, Excel primed. I'm out.